going on, Jerome's? So I love these videos where it's just us reacting to something because you get the straight dope, just straight up, hey, this is our reaction. This is how we think about things in real time. And it's a lot of fun. So today we're looking at the Bears depth chart over at ourlads.com. Now, ourlads, it ain't perfect, but also you don't know what the depth chart's going to be right now. You got 90-man roosters floating out there. But it is what it is, and it's hilarious. So, I mean, the Bears, honestly, I sort of feel bad for Matt Nagy if he wasn't a complete nincompoop. But Ryan Pace is up there with being one of the worst general managers in the entire league. He really is absolutely atrocious at his job. He was the one who gave 3 years, $45 million to Mike Glennon. He was the one who traded up for Mitchell Trubisky Ponder at number 2 over Pat Mahomes and Deshaun Watson. He was the one who traded a fourth for Nick Foles when quarterbacks like Andy Dalton is out there for pennies. He signed up with the Cowboys. Cam Newton is still floating around. You're telling me you'd rather trade and pay Nick Foles rather than Cam Newton? Okay, sure. Yeah, but just let's look at this entirely just piece of crap offense. So, your OC is Bill freaking Laser. Sharks are freaking laser beams on. Chuck Pagano, respect, solid defensive mind, but man, this team is rough. So starting with quarterback, I love that it's so cutesy wootsy that you still list Trubisky Ponder as your starter, even though everyone knows you turned down his fifth-year option. Nick Foles is in town. BDN, he's gonna take over big time. Yeah, wide receivers. Allen Robinson, respect. You didn't surround him with much. You do have Anthony Miller, who I like coming out of Memphis, except he can't stay healthy. Work from the slot. You have Cordero Patterson listed as a starting wide receiver, which I love Cordero. I wish he was still in Minnesota. He's the greatest kick returner of all time. Respect, but yeah. And then you're like, oh, hey, what should we do here? We're going to sign Ted Ginn, the corpse of Ted Ginn, who can... 20 years after Ted Ginn is deceased, after he passes away, warm in his bed, surrounded by friends and family at age like 95, whatever. At age 115, Ted Ginn will still run a 4.3. It's what he does. Yeah, but cool. Yeah, bring in Ted Ginn. How old is Ted Ginn? Wiki Ted Ginn. He's got to be 35. Nailed it. 35, 2007. Oh, the Simon frame. There you go. 2007. I mean, wow. By the way, Ted Ginn, number 9 overall pick. Okay. Let's just look at this. Oh, man, that is rough. So, Ted Ginn. So, in the top 10, you're going to take Jamarcus Russell? No. Megatron. The Lions finally nailed it after drafting 17,000 wide receivers at the top end of the first round. Cool. Joe Thomas, Hall of Famer, GOAT. Gaines Adams, not so much. Levi Brown, not so much. Laurent Landry, respect. Maybe on some of those Mexican supplements. I don't know. Adrian Peterson, Hall of Famer, respect. Jamal Anderson, not so much. Ted Ginn Jr., not so much. Amobi Okoye, who I believe is still only like 22 years old. When he was drafted, he was like 19 or something ridiculous like that. Patrick Willis, Marshawn Lynch, Darrell Revis, I don't know, whatever. But we're sidetracking because we're looking at the Bears. All right, so, I mean, the rest of it is whatever. I mean, Riley Ridley, sure. Reggie Davis, no. This offensive line. So Charles Leno, respect. He's got the chin. So there you go. But the interior offensive line for the Bears was pretty solid until Kyle Long retired. But I love and respect James Daniels. I love and respect Cody Whitehair. Bobby Massey, no, not so much. I did like Alex Bars coming out of Notre Dame last year. They signed up Jermaine Afadi. Cool. As well as, failed second-round pick Jason Spriggs. So the Packers picked him up as a second-round pick coming out of Indiana and just like, if you can't beat out Brian Bulaga, man, that's rough. That is rough. Let's see, what else did they add? They didn't really add much. Well, they only had like 5 draft picks. Also, all right, so let's get into the meat of things. So they signed the corpse of Jimmy Graham away from the Packers, and they gave him a fully guaranteed contract and a no-trade clause. Who the hell is trading for Jimmy Graham? Like, that's like something you throw in just as like an extra. Oh, is guac extra? Yes, it is. Well, throw it in anyway, right? It doesn't make any sense, right? And then you draft Cole Kmet, who was your first draft pick, where you still didn't have a first-round pick because of the genius move to pick up Khalil Mack, which is great. And so you already had 9 tight ends on the roster. You cut one, so now you're back down to 9. So wow. Plus, you're still hold on to Adam Shaheen out of Ashland, who may be one of the worst tight end draft picks in recent memory. Getting him in the second round when George Kittle goes a number of rounds later, okay. You did great. You're doing fine, honey. Awesome. Running back wise, so David Montgomery, respect, liked him last year. Tariq Cohen, a nice change of pace back, sure. But man, the rest of it is like, it's not looking great. Because you see the names in green, those are the rookies coming in. You're not seeing a lot there. It is really, really rough. And defensive-wise, Akeem Hicks, respect the Canuck, RRH or whatever, respect there. Solid. But, Cheeseburger, Eddie Goldman, respect. I mean, they do have some solid defenders here. I mean, bring in Danny Trevathan, Roquan Smith is a stud. They get rid of Leonard Floyd, you drafted Leonard Floyd and you thought that he was going to be the next Alden Smith. Well, I guess he was Alden Smith and that he's out of football after his rookie contract. It's rough. And they're like, oh, hey, we're going to bring in just the absolute corpse of Robert Quinn. He was really good like 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Sign him up. Yeah, Robert Quinn and Kyle Long. Wait, no. Not Kyle Long, not Jake Long. Who's the other Long? The Chris Long. Nailed it. All right, yeah, Robert Quinn and Chris Long. They were studs with the Rams back when Sam Bradford was the quarterback. They were the stud edge rushers. Back when they were in St. Louis, playing that decrepit dome that St. Louis is still paying for. Stan Kroenke's a criminal. All right. But yeah, Kyle Fuller. Kyle Fuller is a first-round pick that you declined his fifth-round, fifth-year option, and then you just signed up anyway. So that looks great on you. Deion Bush, no. Cheeseburger, Eddie Jackson, one of the best safeties in the league. Respect there. But you're bringing Artie Burns and Buster Skrine. Okay, sure. You did draft Jalen Johnson, which respect. I love Jalen's draft process. It really sucks. I have to hate him with every fiber of my being. But also, yeah, you bring in Kiki Mingo, who's busted out like wherever he's gone. Browns, bust. Texans, bust. He's probably somewhere else, bust. Yeah, didn't you learn your lesson with Leonard Floyd? Yeah, the super skinny, get after a pass rush guys who just can't hold up against the run, and frankly can't even hold up rushing the passer either. We're like, oh, let's get back on that horse. Great, cool. Rest of it. So Tayshaun Gibson, okay, whatever. Trevis Gibson, that really sucks. Edge rusher out of Tulsa, who I really liked. Wouldn't mind seeing him with the Vikings, but now I have to hate him again with every fiber of my being. And then the rest of the roster is just like, I see a lot of green. You see a lot of rookies. You see a lot of college free agents. It's just rough. It is just rough. I mean, well, at least your punter Pat O'Donnell is pretty decent because you'll need him a lot this year. So you got that going for you. And also, you do have the best return duo in the league with Tariq Cohen and Cordero Patterson. So cool. But man, this is rough. I mean, even if Foles starts all the games, which he probably should because he gives you a better chance of winning than Trubisky Ponder, this is a 4-12 team. This is a 4-12 football team, and that's being generous. And now Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields or Trey Lance, the pride of Marshall, Minnesota, they're going to go here, and then they're just going to be destroyed as well. I mean, Chicago is just the black hole for quarterbacks. It's rough. I mean, but yeah, this roster, not so much. They should fire Ryan Pace. They should probably fire Matt Nagy and just completely start over. Bring back Mark Trestman. I mean, that was good times. Probably St. Louis Park. Yeah, whatever. All right, but your thoughts on the Bears depth chart? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe, Daily Vikings Takes. Want to support the work? Pull us up on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull, production value.